I opened up the valve cover so I could do warranty replacement on all these parts I'm gonna be installing today. And guess what? Sucker is mint. Shoo-wee. We got a minty ass engine here. We're still gonna open up the bottom. Let's see how stock this one is. So far everything looks pretty dang good. Alright, it is after work already. Just going to be doing a little bit of cleaning. I'm not going to go overboard on this engine. I'm not going to be swapping out any of the cam gears like I did with the other one. I'm not going to do the Type S oil pump. I'm going to just send it like this. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't know, I really don't want to fuck with this engine, to be honest with you. It looks clean. We're just going to send it. I never really had any problems with this original engine. It's just the oil pump always does give out on it first. But the first time I money shifted it, the second time I hydrolocked it, the third time I don't know what happened the third time, I forgot. Oh, the third time was the two-step. And then the fourth one, well, the engine just wasn't really good. So this is the fifth block. So out of all that experience, the oil pump really never really been the issue. It's always been me. So we're just gonna send it. I'm gonna just clean all this stuff out. I try to hit the engine a little bit, shine it up a bit, but I'm not gonna go excessively on it. So I'm gonna just start putting everything together. I do need to drill and tap this for the coolant bypass. Shave this down a little bit. I'm gonna put all the accessories that I had from the other engine on here. I'm gonna replace this front engine timing chain cover. I'm gonna replace the oil pan with the ones that I already have because they're a lot cleaner. And the one that I just have over there has a brand new seal up in the front. So with that there being said, let's throw this valve cover on here. Let's put on the new gaskets, and I'm gonna use the red one. Yeah, let's send it. All right, and I just remembered before we do the valve cover, we have to do this. So I guess we'll do the front timing chain cover first, and then we can do the valve cover, and we can finish off with the oil pan, or we just do everything all together. All right, and there it is. Engine is all opened up. So we are looking stock as hell. Stock oil pump. I think that's just debris from me taking off the oil pan. Really tempted to do the Type S oil pump on here, but the Type S oil pump sits a little bit higher than the Z3 pump, and because I don't have a baffled oil pan, I could cause it to starve, and I think that's exactly what happened. That's the only difference, just this little funnel. Damn, I wonder if I could swap funnels out. Looks like maybe I possibly can with a special tool for it. But fuck it, man, we're just gonna send it, and I'll eventually build an engine. I do want to measure that intake cam that I have on here to see if it's the same size as the other one or if it's a tad bigger. But I'm gonna just clean all this sucker up, Honda bond everything, seal it back up, and then I still need to do the coolant bypass, so I could Honda bond that as well, and then seal it up. The water outlet. So we have a couple of shit we have to Honda bond up. So let's get cleaning, let's get the wiping, and let's get started. All right, so everything is cleaned off already. I put in this bottom timing chain guide. Put this on before I forget it. And this is supposed to be facing outside. Yes. Sweet. Now we're gonna close everything back up, Honda bond it, and then seal it up completely. That should be a wrap. I'm not sure if I shim this, it will make more PSI. Oh, man. I don't know if I should. I don't think I should mess with it. Alright, surface is all cleaned up. I have Honda bond all on here ready. I'm going to put the timing chain cover back into place. We'll secure that down after an hour. And then I'll have to actually stop there, because in order for me to do the valve cover and the oil pan, that needs to be done. So I think I'm going to do this first, and then I'll move on to the water outlet, get that nice and prepped. We'll do the same thing with the Honda bond, and when we're done with that, we should be able to snug this down, secure it down. Then we'll do the valve cover and the oil pan. Alright, so I have the water pump bolted down. I have the front timing chain bolted down. I ran out of Honda bond, so tomorrow I'm gonna go to Honda and pick up the pilot bushing I ordered for this engine, and I'll pick up some new Honda bond. I did the drill and tap on the cooling bypass on here as well, so I'm just letting that first surface down. It's 10:45. I'm gonna tie that sucker down like at 11:30. Call it a day. Because you have to wait 60 minutes and then fully tighten it down. And I'm not gonna do the valve cover just yet, for the reason being that I still need to do the valve adjustment on here. So I'm gonna do the valve adjustment, and then I'm gonna seal it up, because there's no point of sealing it up and then having to open it back up when it's already opened. Sweet. So we're just gonna leave it off there, and I don't know, we'll see when we pick this up again. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Alright, it is now the next day. I have the oil pan prepped, have it nice and cleaned off already. What I am going to do is I'm going to make it to the surface here. I'm going to go and take my lunch break, and by the time I get back, should be ready to torque down. We have to give it an hour so it gets set. So we'll give this an hour, and then we'll come back and torque it down, and we should be good to go. I just have the valve cover to do, but also have the valve lashes to do the valve adjustment. So let's get this slapped on and get that going. Alright, I'm doing the valve adjustment now. It's almost after work. Got the oil pan into place. Everything is together. I just did the valve adjustment on the intake and the exhaust. I'll move on to the next cylinder, which will probably be this one here. You just gotta make sure these lobes are facing each other, so there's no tension on the rockers, and or facing outwards, either or. Or you could put a screwdriver in here to make sure you're top dead center. Once it comes up and starts to go back down, you just stop and you do your adjustment. I'm just running by this real quick. I've done this so many times. We just want to slap this sucker back together. Almost getting there. Alright, and there it is. Valve cover is on, oil pan is on, valve adjustment is done. The only thing I got to do is just shave this off. Put the pilot bearing in, meet the transmission, slap the engine in. Shit, yeah. We're that much closer. Sweet. Let's get it. now the next day. I have the intake manifold for the supercharger in place here, and this is where it's hitting. This is the thermal gasket that I am using, but I did just purchase the one from Mercracing, and this one is a lot thicker than this one. And I think with that thermal gasket, I probably won't need to shave that off, to be honest with you. So I don't know if I should. I'm gonna mock it up and see what's up. And I just want to compare the thickness with you guys. Way much thicker. This one is a little over 2. This one, can't even see the 2. Let's see if the runners are a little bit bigger. And they are a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. Might be the same. I'm not sure. This is definitely a lot thicker though. A lot thicker profile. It looks like it might. I don't know. But for sure it is thicker. I don't think I'm going to need to be clearing this, to be honest with you. I think this gap right here will clear it enough. And this is thick. This is like legit thermal padding. I like it. Yeah, and this thermal gasket actually gives it a lot more clearance there. With that gasket, we don't have to shave anything off. Sweet. Now the real question is, will I use that on the RBC? I could use this one still on the RBC, and then just use this one for the supercharger. So I don't think I need to shave off my engine stamp anymore. Cool. That's a plus, because now I have to shave that shit off. Alright, I'm getting the pilot bearing out. It's already coming out. Sweet. And we're gonna replace that with an OEM one. There's the part number right there. Freaking really, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It is. And we'll replace it with a brand spanking new one. Sweet. And we'll put the sucker into place. Yeah. Alright. Flywheel and clutch are back in. Sweet. Let's meet this transmission. Alright, there it is. Engine is fully assembled already. Just have to tighten up the transmission bolts, the starter. I didn't shave this off here because I did some mock-ups first. I got the Mercracing thermal gasket, a lot thicker than the original thermal gasket I used to have. It's like twice as thick, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty dang thick. So I didn't know, I do not need to shave off this little stamp here because that will give it the enough clearance it needs to gap that. So we're set with that. Shit's ready to fucking throw it into the car. Shit, yeah, let's go. Fire it up this weekend. Alright, and there it is. Engine is fully assembled. Sweet, she is ready to throw into the car. And that would be this weekend, hopefully. And just like I said, I did not shave off this stamp because with the Mercracing thermal gasket, it makes the clearance that we need. So she's good to go. Heck yeah. Well, let's send it. Let's install it and let's see how she sounds. Hopefully she sounds nice and smooth and not clacky like last time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.